with Econews, the environmental program broadcasting from Montehermoso.
Thanks for joining us. This week we are going to talk about the soil, a very special system of the planet Earth. We will focus on our village to analyze the common uses of the soil, the environmental risks, and how we can contribute to preventing and correcting.
First of all, we connect our reporters Amanda and Lucy. They will show us what exactly the soil is and the geoclimatic context of our research.
Good morning, we are here in Montehermoso, a village located in the north of Extremadura in southwest of Spain. Today it's a sunny day typical of the Mediterranean climate, which is characterized by rainfall only in autumn and winter and dry and hot summers.
With this climate, our region is famous for the Mediterranean forest ecosystem and specifically for the meadow, which we call it the dehesa in Spanish, a man-made forest created in Roman time, where our cattle graze among all oaks and oak trees.
Amanda, did you know that the soil we are standing now depends on this climate and vegetation?
Sure, soil is the most external surface of the earth, which acts as interface between the geosphere, its atmosphere and biosphere. It is also the place where ecosystem and human activity develop, as we will see in a minute.
Now that we know what exactly the ground is, our partners Irene and Isabel will explain us the origin and structure of the soil that is characteristic in our region.
Soil comes from the transformation of bedrock at different times, and it tells us how old it is. According to its depth and composition, we have different types of soil. But Isabel, do you know what soil types we can find in Montehermoso?
Do you really want to know that? Okay, listen. We have leptosos, fluvisos, cambisos, and...
Stop it, please. I don't understand a word, and the audience also needs some explanations.
The leptosos are thin layer soils found in the higher parts of the meadows, and they aren't very attractive for our crops.
Sure, lepto means slim in Greek.
Exactly, Irene. So now you can deduce that the fluvisos are the river bottoms. For Latin, fluvius, which means river, and solum, which means soils. In our region, they have been formed by the deposit accumulated in the river plains of the river Aragon, and it is very fertile soil. And there, the main irrigated crop products are planted. That is tobacco, leaves, peppers, etc.
Then we deduce that if the river Aragon takes sand and grapes, it is in these fluvisos where the gravel pits are located, isn't it? What about the cambisos and luvisos?
Luvisos and cambisos are brown reddish mud soils. Luvisos are red because they are rich in iron oxide, clay, and they are formed on slate stones. They are used for crops, especially for cereals.
Isabel, and what do you know about cambisos?
Okay, I finished. They are soils made from granitic rock. They are brown, acid and flat. You know, they are used for farming and scraps.
Thank you very much, girls. Your explanation has been quite interesting. Jose Carlos, did you know the soil is one of the main natural resources that we have? In our region, land uses have been varied widely. Lucy and Paula informed us about that.
In our region, soil is mainly used for agriculture and livestock. In agriculture, irrigated lands are common where we can grow corn, peppers, tomato, tobacco, and non-irrigated, or dry lands where we can plant olive trees.
As for livestock, bovine cattle is bred in the meadows and irrigated grasslands, and porcine cattle is also bred in the meadows, taking advantage of the acorn trees and the oaks.
Hey, sir, you take the delicious smoked ham from this pig, don't you?
Yes, of course, Lucia, but the soil is also a forest. Forests give us wood, corn, dry fruits.
On the other hand, we cannot forget about the use of mineral structure from the soil. Here you can see one of the two gravel pits in Montehermoso, from which aggregate stones are taken out for building.
And of course, we can forget either the use of the ground we make for building or houses, factories, leisure places, schools, and so on.
How interesting, but what happens when the uses of that soil are intensive?
Well, it seems clear that there are a lot of risks in the meantime which endanger our environment. Our classmates Irene and Sergio informed us about that.
One of the most important risks in our region is the intensive use of our soil. This causes chemical pollution, loss of fertility and biodiversity because of irrigated cultivation.
But we cannot forget either the physical and chemical pollution caused by the oil factory in Montehermoso in the last 5 years. Remember, it directly contaminated the river.
Sure, but luckily these dampings are controlled now because they were dangerous risks for the coastal.
However, another threat is deforestation of many hectares of the meadow. You know, they cut a lot of trees to build fairground and new factories like this gravel pit.
And did you know that in the last few years about 1,500 hectares have been devastated by forest fires? Forest fires are another risk for our Mediterranean forest, especially in summer.
And after all this information, we connect with the studio again.
Thanks a lot. After learning about our soil, the uses and associated risks, it will be very interesting to talk about the measures for prevention and preservation. Don't you think so, Miriam?
Of course, but we have already taken a step forward. Now we will show what we are doing at school.
As you know, our school is participating in a Econews project. This is why we are doing different environmental activities.
Yes, of course, we have had some speeches about the environment. For example, about the uses of the soil in Montehermoso. Amanda and Lucia will tell us about that.
An environmental specialist, Juan Jesús Sánchez Alcón, visited our school and he told us of a lot of things.
What the soil is and the uses in our village. That way we understood how important it is to have a proper use of the soil.
Of course, girls, speeches are very interesting. You have a lot of information. But after that we came to action. The students of 4th grade and gardening professional studies went to the meadows to plant a lot of trees. That is, reforest the area. And you know, Lucia, Paula, Irene and Isabel were there. Have a look.
Hello everybody, here we are with all our classmates and some teachers. We are in one of the most important ecological resorts in our region, La Dehesa, that is, the meadows for livestock.
You are right, Lucia. We are reforesting some species of trees which are typical in this part of Extremadura. The teachers have prepared the reforestation for the Econews project at school.
That is great. No lesson today. We are having a good time together. Apart from that, we are helping our environment. Remember that planting trees is a good way to preserve nature and the planet.
Let's see how to reforest in a proper way. We are very happy to do this activity. You know, reforestation should be a way to raise people's consciousness about the dangers that the earth is suffering. See you all! Thanks for coming! Bye!
As you can see in our school, we deeply care about the environment. Last week we received a great present, a compost machine. Lucia and Isabel will tell us about that.
Here we are in school playground. At the back we have a compost machine. A village company has lent it to our school for 12 to 14-year-old students.
Here we have our teacher, who is a responsibility for this activity. Good morning, Lourdes.
Good morning.
Can you explain what the compost machine is?
A compost machine is a big box where vegetable waste like leaves, dried grass, or fruit scraps are transformed by microbes or small invertebrates in a nutrient-rich supplement for soil. It is named compost. When we mix this compost with soil, the production of our vegetable gardens or our trees of the school will improve a lot.
Very interesting. Thanks, Lourdes.
Miriam, Jose Carlos, we are staying here with Lourdes to learn a little bit more about this compost machine. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Another activity we are doing at the school is recollecting used paper at the classroom.
Every group has a box decorated with used paper to collect all the paper and cards we don't need. Lucia will tell us about that.
Here I am at first grade A room. These students have made this cute box to recycle all the used paper they don't need. Andrea, Belén, Maria and Andrea will explain us. What did you do with your used paper before you have the recycling box?
We put it in the dustbin with the rest of the rubbish.
So it wasn't recycled then?
No, we didn't have to do it. But now we put the paper inside the box. And we take it a blue container every Monday.
Excellent, guys. Thanks for your help.
Miriam, have you seen in this school they really take care of the environment?
Yes, of course, and not only in the classroom. In the playground, the students separate the rubbish of their meals, thanks to our Econews teacher who have planned to paint the dustbin with different colors. Our reporters, Sergio and Paula, inform us about that.
Here we are in the school playground where every day around 600 students have their meals. Until now, the rubbish was put in the same bin, which was not good for the environment.
We are painting the rubbish bin with different colors to separate the rubbish that will be recycled. Green for organic, yellow for plastics.
Congratulations, Irene, you are doing it quite well.
Right idea! And we're almost finishing our program.
But before saying goodbye, we want to show a funny activity second grade students are doing in their science class. We have sent Amanda and Sergio to this class. Let's have a look.
The science teacher of this group has new friends to meet. They are very special.
What is classmate, Lourdes?
They are my new students. Annabelle and Lorena will explain. Lorena, do you think this activity has been interesting?
I like it very much. We prepared this experiment 2 months ago. Annabelle, tell us more.
We planted some grass sheet inside the shop. We put some water and a grass grow. It's like hair. It's fun.
It's true, they have a nice hairstyle. Well, we connect with the studio again. Goodbye.
Jose Carlos, what an interesting program. Once again, our high school has shown how easy it is to care about the environment.
Yes, Miriam, and together we can.
Dear audience, we have finished.
Thanks to everyone collaborating in the Econews project and to those who are helping us in preserving the environment.
Of course, and many thanks to Italy, Poland, Turkey and Denmark, our host country in this mobility, for giving us the opportunity to show the hard work we are doing at school. Thank you. Thanks very much. Goodbye and see you soon. Bye!